Hey everybody, it's me Marquita. I hope you can hear me. I have my headphones on, so if y'all can't hear me, it's just gonna be a black screen. But I wanted to say three nice things for each person tonight on the debate stage between JD Vance and Tim Walz. Okay, if anything, Tim, I think that's his name. I, it don't feel right calling him by his first name. Uh, it don't feel right calling either one by their first name. Now, the nice thing that I want to say, I'll start with the one that, you know what, I'll start with the Republican. Because I was going to say the one that I agree with the most, but you know what, I'll be nice and start with JD. What I liked and respected about what JD said tonight was that if him and Donald Trump wins, that they will be looking more serious into building more houses for middle class. Hopefully, that's including lower class, because that's my bracket. I am lower class. I nowhere near middle class, and the trickle down thing, that doesn't work, and that's both Democrat and Republicans' problem. That the trickle down thing, that doesn't work. Oh, that's not a selling point because I'm not middle class. I'm nowhere near middle class. And so the trickle down is not going to ever reach me. What I wish, if this ever gets to the president's ear, whoever, if it's Trump, if it's Kamala, whoever's ear that I hope this gets to. This is me being selfish. This is me put my little 2 cents, my little name, what I want on the grocery list, as you can say. This is what I want to put on the grocery list. I'm telling you, me being selfish. What I would love on the grocery list, commodities. Okay, so the reason why I say commodities is because my mama used to get commodities when I was little. That was the best peanut butter for peanut butter cookies. That was the best cheese. There has never, ever in the history of me, and I am 40, grown ass old woman, I have never found, sorry, I've never found government cheese or cheese out here that you can buy that matches up to government cheese. So that's why I say commodities. I think with the big cans of pork and the big cans of tuna and the big cans of beef, because it was government whatever, it was the best. Like, I'm pretty sure I could probably find them cans of the pork beef or tuna, and it might be like the government tuna, but it's gonna be like outrageous. But that's my personal thing, commodity. So okay, the one thing that I liked about Walls was um, the IVF. I hope for people that want kids and they just can't afford it, I'm hoping that my thing is, I want everybody, if they want, to at least have one child. Now, I am also coming from this because I have never been pregnant. And it wasn't because I didn't want kids, it's just I never been pregnant. Um, but, so I'm coming from that, selfishly also, you know. But, another thing, see, JD said, um, okay, I said JD with the houses, JD with insurance, that he said they were going to broaden it a little bit more. That's what he said. Walls said that he's going to make it more stronger gun laws. I am in the camp of I think that everyone should be able to have a gun, but stronger um, background checks. I personally don't want a gun because they frighten me. But just because I don't want one does not mean that somebody else shouldn't be able to have one. The last thing that I can think of that JD said that I 100% hope is that both sides, meaning Democrats, okay, that pause, Democrats, Republicans, Independent, Green Party, all these different things. What I hope is that we can all shake hands, disagree, very respectfully. But at the end of the disagreement, we can also still be cordial. We don't have to be friends, but we can shake each other's hands and we can go on. Like, this comes from Emily D. Baker. I want to give her a shout out. She said that she was friends with some of the people that she did law against. And she's like, in the courtroom, they were bitter enemies. And she was out for the juggler. But once they walked out of that courtroom, they might have went out for coffee, might have went out for a still drink, might have went out for lunch, whatever. Because that anger and that animosity was left in the courtroom. Out the courtroom, they didn't take any of their cases personally against the other lawyer. It's like, I know that that's your job, you know that this is my job. Like, I'm gonna come for your juggler in the courtroom, but out the courtroom, that ain't got nothing to do with us. We can be friends. That's how I want it to be. While we're writing up laws and doing all, we can go for the juggler. But afterwards, we don't have to threaten. We don't have to send out threats. I, like many other people, I'm for sure, but let me not speak for them. Let me speak for me. I hate the evilness of what is said. I have said from the first attempted and the second attempted on Trump's life. I don't like the man, but I also don't want him dead. I think that was evil. I think that that's wrong. But that same thing, I agree with Biden and Kamala by default. More views because I want everybody to get help. I'm not blaming anybody, any group of people for anything that's going on in the United States. So, no, the Haitians are not eating animals. It was debunked. Please drop it, because with people having that going, yeah, you might not want violence. You specifically might not want to physically hurt that person or that group of people. But not everybody has pure intentions. Like, and this is me speaking directly to Trump, which will never get to him. And JD, which will never get to him. Words has power. Sometimes the power is good, and sometimes the power is bad. So, I'm not a tit for tat person. I'm not. So, you saying that, I still don't wish ill on you. I don't on y'all, on both of y'all, JD and Trump and whoever else keeps it going. I don't wish any ill. I'm not a tit for tat person. Since y'all say that y'all were Christians, and it's like, what would Jesus do? Jesus would turn the other cheek. The God that I know, my God, my Lord, my Savior. I do not denounce him. He is the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. The one and only. No one else above him. My Lord, my God. And I say that very proudly as a Christian woman. If you truly are a God-fearing person, think, what would God do? God would feed children like Walt wants to get free lunch, which he did. God will want you to help your fellow neighbor instead of saying that they're eating your animals. If you fall down, God will help you up. If you're sick, he will take care of you. Not step over you. Not push you out of the way or push you away from him because you're sick and he doesn't want to catch you from God. No, not my God. Not the God that I believe in. Not my Lord, my Savior. My Lord and Savior turns the other cheek. He died. Let me bring it back to me. He died for me. And I could never repay him. But I live every day trying not to waste his gift that he gave to me when he died. I try every single day, to live the right way. Now, I'm human, so I make lots of mistakes, and I know I let him down every day, but it's not on purpose. He knows my heart. He knows how I'm trying to live my life, how I'm trying to raise my kids to also be good and decent people in this evil, wicked world.